Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. It's Jen with Jade Vinco, and I'm here to do a little gluing in my glue book and situating myself in my chair while I talk to you. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone had a good time last night and a safe time. I made it to midnight, which is kind of rare for me on New Year's, so I just don't really bother with it too much. So we had a little toast at midnight, me and Tim and the kids. I drank some peach juice, so it was very rated. PG related. So this is my glue book. I covered it when you guys weren't looking. So this is just wrapping paper. I really like this Grinch wrapping paper. Very colorful. And this is just a sticker I happen to have. And I used Mod Podge to get the cover on. And this is also wrapping paper, and I just thought it was really funny. It's like little plastic Santas. I don't know, it's just funny. So, yep, I just covered that this morning actually, and I wanted to glue a couple things down while we have a little chat. Let's talk about what's been going on with you. I'm just kidding. I've been pulling some stuff that I want to use in here. I was on the fence about this eyeball, but I really like it on this page. I guess because of all the circles. I don't know. Kind of silly. Thank you again for watching, and I've been getting some more new subscribers, and that is so exciting. So thank you so much. If you are just watching for the first time, I just like to work in journals and glue books and harvest magazines, and I just talk about all kinds of weird stuff while that's happening. So this is gonna be wrinkly. I have been making things not stick down smoothly today at all. If you look closely at this, it's pretty wrinkled, but that's okay. I mean, that's real life, right? We're all gonna get there. We're all gonna be wrinkly. Yeah, so, it's really nice just having some time off. Gotta get prepared for school though. I told myself once I hit the new year I was gonna go ahead and start reading for school so that I can feel like I'm ahead of the game. So I guess I better get cracking, because now we are in 2023. I've got probably a solid 2 months of writing the wrong year down on anything that I put a date on, so that's usually my MO. Boy, that kind of disappears a little bit. That's okay. I can see it. You can see it. We can all see it. These backgrounds are pretty dark. They don't make it quite so easy to see things. I always have an edge to line up. Not always, but a lot of times the pictures on the edge of the magazine. I don't know if I want those there. What else we got in here? Maybe. Oh, I'm gonna be very fickle today, I can tell. Excuse me. We're gonna make some steak for lunch. Pretty ritzy lunch for New Year's, but I mean, it's a holiday. Better cover this up or it'll get too tacky. Really struggling with my kitchen right now in a new place. I really like it. There's a good amount of space, but the tricky part is there are no handles on the cabinets. So that is causing me some real difficulty. Oh, it's a cookie. I can't get the cabinet doors open. I can't tell which way to open it about 80% of the time, so I'm always pulling on it the wrong way because there's an uneven number of cabinets, so it's not like you can just start from the wall and count by twos. It's not. It's uneven. So, tricks on me. I cut out some more, I did some more fussy cutting to try and help this process. This is kind of a presents page, maybe. Let's see, what else did I put in here? I don't know. This gnome, I guess, is okay. I don't want these words here. I have to figure out what to do. I guess I'll just cut this piece off. I guess if I cut some of this off, then it'll look like a little tree. I mean, it is a little tree. But if I cut some of this, then it will look even. Well, that's okay. That worked out all right. No, I like this holidays sign on here. Yeah, right in the middle. But if I want to put something behind it, I gotta figure it out now. I can't put this, I want this on the middle, so I guess I can't put him there. Let's see what else we got here. We got a little tree over here. That looks okay. Maybe. So I think I've told you in the previous videos that we've been watching Ally McBeal like 20 years after everybody else watched it, but it's funny, I guess I always had the impression that it was a like super lighthearted show, the whole thing, but it's got its depressing moments, and she's kind of a depressed character. I wasn't really expecting that. Yeah, maybe a tad self-involved, which they tell her, the other characters tell her that numerous times so far. I don't think it's making much of an impact, per se. Let's see what else is going on. I actually made a list of stuff to talk about. Oh, here's a funny little story for you. So, I grew up in the 80s, and so there are some movies for sure that are kind of like family favorites, you know, kind of cult classics. Some of them are a little bit obscure. So if you weren't around in the 80s, you might have never heard of Electric Dreams, but that was like cutting edge IT, cutting edge technology movie at the time. And for those of you who don't know, it's about a guy who gets a new computer, and he's an architect, and he's kind of, I don't know, a little nerdy, maybe. There's nothing wrong with that. I am nerdy, so. But he gets this new computer, and then this woman moves in to his apartment building. I think it's in San Francisco, and I kind of like that. It still disappears a little bit on that crazy busy background, but it's, I don't know, we'll think about it. Anyway, he buys this computer that is more than he needs, but he just doesn't know what he's doing, so he just buys whatever is available. Well, this might be good. That even kind of disappears into the background. He buys that computer, and it can speak, and it kind of like takes on some human qualities. And the girl who moves in, the guy likes her, and he starts dating her, but then the computer hears her playing the cello upstairs, and so he starts making sounds to mimic it, and she can hear it through the vent, and she thinks that it's the guy playing the cello, but it's not. It's the computer making noise while the guy is at work. And I'm telling you the whole story. Spoiler alert! Anyway, the computer kind of takes on the human qualities, a little short circuit-esque. But there's this song, the theme song or whatever, Electric Dreams. And I have that on my playlist. And so Tim had heard that on my playlist before. And so he's like, is that from a movie? And I told him about it. And then he wanted to watch it one evening, so we watched it. And I think he was kind of hoping for, I don't know, a more profound movie than what he ended up seeing. So he was just kind of like, oh. Not all movies really hold up that well, I suppose. But I still, you know, I remember watching it with my parents. The computer, he mistypes his name. His name is Miles. And he mistypes it right away when he first gets the computer. And he types moles. And so the computer keeps calling him moles the whole movie. That's pretty much my favorite part, I suppose. I don't know if when I watch Nicole on Relax Cut Glue, her stuff seems to come together like effortlessly, and I just don't want to glue something down until it makes sense. This is actually pretty good. I think I might go for that. This? I don't know. That's also kind of interesting. Well, what else do we have in here? I love this little container. And this looks delicious. A little turkey. Maybe this could be the drink page. Oh, I've got another here. I've got this. I guess this guy needs to go over here because of the handle. I don't know if I like all of them. I know I like this one on this page. I guess we'll just put that down and hope for the best. My glue booking is just, it's gonna be like spotty and all over the place. For the creative process to truly come together, I feel like I have to kind of let it happen the way it wants to happen. And then, so it's not gonna be like all nice and even and a full page getting done, I guess. For me, I don't know, just not very experienced glue booker, I guess. Let's think about this again. Let's see. I could just put it linked like a little train of drinks. I actually kind of like that. I'm just gonna do it. I was watching this morning, for some reason, I just came into my office and started watching random videos. There's a Saturday Night Live where they're kind of poking fun at Zooey Deschanel, like her manner and about being a quirky girl. And so, but Zooey Deschanel is on that episode playing Mary-Kate Olsen. She does a really good job, actually, of playing that. It's really funny. And I just enjoyed that because we watched New Girl, and I thought that was pretty funny. What do we think of these flowers? Maybe they're just too crowded up there above the pumpkin. This, I need like a big truck, and then I just put it right there. Just flip around. Gotta be fickle. I have like a really creepy picture. It looks like Abigail Breslin, the actress. It might be her, like from a scary movie. I don't think I put it in the thing. But I don't know if I want to put that on my page or not. See, this is the problem with disorganization. Like, it's just a real, it's by chance that I'm just gonna find anything, because I have so much. It's all over the place. There's a woman eating ribs. Maybe this Groucho face should go on here somewhere. I like this guy. Have to fussy cut that out. And I'm just mixing all my holidays together. Let's go back to this big thing. See if we like that anywhere. I covered a few more pages. That's not too bad. I don't know. There we go. That's where you can actually see it. Big tree. I like this big tree. It has a lot of fun stuff under it, it looks like. I kind of like that. I'll put that there. I worked in my journal a little bit this morning. So obviously we have moved into 2023, but I do want to at least document some of the main stuff that happened at the end of the year. Oh, I'm putting glue on someone's butt here. It's on the back of this hat. So I want to make sure I get stuff about the move and the end of my school semester, and then the holidays and all the COVID. So I'm going to work on those pages. It would be good if I had like some mittens or something to go with this. Put the turkey with it. No. I've got pine cones. No. Here comes the nutcracker again. I don't know what to do with this guy. Except that he has to go on the edge of a page. I guess what I'm getting hung up on with this guy is his uniform is like dark green, so he looks like he's actual military and less whimsical, like less Christmas colors. So I don't know about him. Nope. Forget it, sir. You can just stay put. This big pie. Oh, I like this picture. Oh, got some presents. I guess I could make a page with blocks of stuff, because I definitely have some different blocks of stuff. That's not terrible. What else we have in block form here? Cupcakes. Yeah, this is all right. Maybe I'll glue these down. Okay, this needs to stay put. Don't move. All right. So let's see. We're gonna make steak. What the heck else are we doing today? Laundry. Need to keep going, keep fighting that battle. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in the middle here. Kind of. If I put this over, maybe I'll scoot this over a tad. I didn't even trim it. I guess I'll just assume that I'm gonna kind of like glue over the edges of all of it with other stuff. Like so. Yeah, that looks good. Doing a little practicing of driving with my teenager. He's doing good. We went to there's a parking lot for I guess it's like the stadium for multiple schools in the area, a little sports stadium, but it has a pretty big parking lot, so, and it's not very far away, so that's where we usually go to practice so far. And we went the other evening and there was someone else there doing the same thing. I guess I assumed because there was nobody else in the parking lot, and they had a sticker on their car that said like beware of, be patient with my student driver or something like that. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll just go over here. We went to the other side of the parking lot. It's pretty big, so we had enough room to go work in another area. Didn't work out well. Don't rip stuff. Oh my gosh. So they were just like staying over in their spot, and they kept like pulling into a spot and reversing out of it, so they were working on reverse and parking and stuff. And my son is just still kind of getting used to the controls and like stepping on the gas and the brake carefully, and not, you know, like how everybody slams the brakes and stuff when they first start. So he's just practicing some of those basics. But then those people left, and then there was a pickup truck that came and just like was sitting there like the beginning of an episode of a true crime podcast or something. And I was like, oh gosh, let's get out of here. We left after a short while, and at one other point some lady drove through the parking lot in a big SUV, and she was going really fast. There's like a ramp down the side, and then there's a lower parking lot, and I think, you know, I guess that's where she was going, but she was driving a little bit crazy. She didn't get the memo that that was our practice spot. But that's alright. I guess I didn't have as many squares cut out as I thought. This probably could have gone in the middle. That's alright. This fits right here. What do you think? Is it ugly? Is it ugly right there? I don't know. If this guy was facing the other way, we could have snuck him in. Too late. That doesn't really make sense. I've got so much stuff that I didn't fussy cut in here. Probably put some of that in there. Oh, here. Oh, that's way too big. Then I have another house thing in here. So then once I sit through like a lesson with him, and then I get back in the driver's seat, I feel weird. Like I don't know how to drive anymore. So I have to think about it, and I feel self-conscious, just like when you draw attention to in your brain, you draw attention to the fact that you're breathing, and then all of a sudden something that's voluntary, like is then the other part of your brain that you're specifically thinking about breathing, and you're like, oh gosh. And so you notice, like, I'm doing it right now. I'm totally noticing my breathing, and so that's what it feels like to get back in and drive after he's been driving. It's really bizarre. And like he doesn't think I'm crazy enough already. That ship sailed. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's good. When you have a definitive nope, that's pretty good. Because then you know. Oh, here's some presents. Oh, here's a tree. Okay, yeah, there's some more square stuff in here. Some more square pants. Gosh, my nephew is 8 years older than my older son, and then my older son is 8 years older than my younger son. So, like, every 8 years there was a baby in my family. And SpongeBob has definitely been around that long, so I got phases of SpongeBob 3 times, just like, so I always knew about it, and they're like, oh, you've seen this before? I'm like, yeah. Yep, it's been around for a while. And then yeah, and then the next kid would come along and discover SpongeBob, and same thing with Pokemon, although I don't think my nephew got really into Pokemon, but that has been around for a while, and I got to have multiple phases of that as well. Which is fun. It takes me back. I'm just gonna put this present here, but I don't want, in case I need to overlap something. This, I guess, if I cut some off this, can fit on here. Uh-oh. And we just had a little visitor, a little 8-year-old visitor. Just popped in. He is making some, like, video gameplay videos, and he just learned, Tim takes forever to edit his videos, and so he learned how to use the editing software himself. I mean, we kind of taught him how to use it anyway, but now he could edit his own videos and doesn't have to worry about the bottleneck anymore. So he's pretty excited for me to watch the video that he was editing yesterday. And I'm like, this is a good trade we're teaching him. Maybe he can edit videos later and be a chef. Maybe that'll be his side gig. Yeah, pretty good. I like how this is working out. So-so. I like it so-so. I like to sit there and think things through and plan them out a lot until I get it just right, but then you never, like, pull the trigger on anything, and it just takes forever. So you gotta just do it and move on. It looks fine. It looks good. I'm gonna try this again in this spot. You've seen me do it like 4 times. It doesn't work, apparently. So yeah, I'm excited to see his video. Too big. And this guy's a little small. Now, see what else. Let's go back to the drawing board here. I always tear this page out because it's got little, like, pizza cutters and little flames and little mushrooms, and then I don't end up using it on anything, or I haven't yet. I got this. Look at this awesome fruit that I have to put on my fruit page in the other glue book when I ever get around to that. And these cats. Oh, cat lady strikes again. maybe I can cut some of this off from the page. Well, let's see. What do we have here? This little Santa hanging from his hands. I don't think that'll work, but we'll put it over there anyway, just in case. I don't need to keep this. Like, stop keeping. I have all of this. I want that, oh, I guess I could use some of this, maybe, even. We'll try that out. I keep too much. I'm hoarding all these supplies and all this stuff. I will never get through all the paper I have. No way. I have a lot of scrapbook paper. Maybe one of those will fit. I like this. I'm going to put this on a page. We can just take a peek where that would fit. And then we've got cookies and bigger stuff. Okay. So tuck that stuff away again. And let's see what we have here. So I could cut one of these out. They kind of look like little plaid burritos to me. Maybe that's weird. I'm okay with that. This guy. I could have him infringe up here and then cut some of this off down here. I don't know. I don't know about that. This, I could just fill in this space with. I think I will do that. Let's see. It's not straight. That's, you know, not the best. We're gonna end up with a sliver. Oh, these trying times. I guess I could just like fill in the sliver with this sliver. This is what I did. I cut this sliver off and I needed it on there. But it won't even be noticeable. I'm gonna do that. There are no rules here. All right, let's do this. Let's put this on there. I like how the back has pink sugar. Like they planned it that way. Like they plan how they do their magazines. Missed an edge here. And then it gets stuck to my fingers. No. Okay, good. I got a little wiggle room here. Maybe I'll line it up at the bottom of that one. Oh my gosh, the most basic thing here. I'm just really struggling and my fingers are getting stuck. All right. Put this on here. Oh boy, this is really taking a lot of coordination that I don't seem to have available to me. Okay, here we go. We got it. And we still have a little piece. Maybe I can poke this on there. I don't think this is really, you know, the best way for it to go, but I think it'll turn out fine. And I guess if I put something, see, looks fine. Okay. Yes, we'll just save that. What did we think here? Should we put this plaid or like cookies? I think the cookies are funner. Funner than plaid. It's crazy talk. Alrighty. Oh, that's huge. What am I thinking? That's just way bigger than I need here. Okay, let's just put a little crease there. Just piece these things together. You gotta be kidding me that I cut it too small. What is wrong with me, people? I'm just gonna put some washi over the edge, maybe. I don't want to do that. Why would you let me cut it shorter? We'll have this not match up. We'll just do that. All right. I'm getting hungry for lunch. We better go make our steak pretty soon here. I like how on weekends we're really cannot be tied down to like a schedule. We have good intentions to eat lunch at a normal time, and then we eat lunch at like 3 o'clock. And then everybody's like messed up for dinner. Nobody wants to eat dinner at dinner time, but then what are we gonna eat at like 9 p.m.? And sometimes the answer could be yes. I think that looks just excellent. I guess we could put more of this up here at the top. And just cut off the excess. Yes, let's do that. I like this method, like Nicole with Relax Cut Glue just makes the blocky background like this, and then she'll put some fussy cut images over it where it makes sense. Not the way I'm doing it, but where it makes sense. So maybe we'll trim this real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I didn't trim this. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Get our rounded corner here. I really wish I could keep up with a daily journal. I liked what I had last year when I was keeping up with it for a few months. Not last year. See, I already can't say last year. In 2022. I mean, in 2021, I kept up with it pretty well for like 3 months at least, and then it was a little bit spotty, but still pretty often. But I just cannot keep up with it. Get out of here. These things are getting stuck to me. I'm gonna have to go wash my hands pretty soon here. Okay. I like it. It came together like I said it would. I think it did. Maybe you guys think it's ugly, and that's okay. You can think that, and that is totally fine. Because that's art. That doesn't go. Let's see. We got presents down here. Good for you. I like this. Good for you. I don't know if that really goes, but Oh, that's pretty okay. I don't know, call me crazy. I kind of like the good for you. But it doesn't really go, I guess. Like, is that the message I'm trying to send with this holiday spread? Good for you. Or, I mean, how you say it matters. It could just be good for you. It's good for you. Christmas, holidays, it's good for you. You know what? I'm just gonna use it. I can't help it. I can't help the odd things I do, okay? It just happens. Oh gosh, I don't even have the cap on it anymore. I just totally grabbed the glue. Like somebody who doesn't have any experience with this. Oh, and I tore it. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many times that happens. It's okay. We can still get it together. Where did I have this? Oh, I had it covering the Merry Christmas. Maybe I'll have it down here. Now, oh, stuck to my finger. Now we do this. Good for you. It's a little noticeable, the little tear. I don't care. All right, these flowers don't go. What else we got here? We got some holly leaves. But I don't know how much more stuff I really want to like cover it up with here. I got this mustache. I can't wait to use this on something. I actually was like holding it up to the cat pictures because that's, of course, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, Santa. And this guy that I was desperately trying to get on that other glue page. Oh, Santa's not too bad right there. Does he just make it more busy, or does he make the page with or without? I don't know, I kind of like him there. I don't know, I kind of like it without. Let's leave it out of there for now. Here's a little thing of books. Collaging is so fun, you guys. You can just do whatever. It's really fun when something like comes together that you feel happy with. I like that. But I still like it like this. Oh, so indecisive. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it like that, I think. And this video is probably getting long and really boring, so let's just, oh, and we're flinging stuff off the table. I'm gonna call that good. We did a couple things. We did that whole page, and then we got some random stuff in here. That looks good. We got a couple drinks on the drink page here. I really like this holidays word. That looks good. Alright, we put the eyeball down and the October, so we'll see what happens next time. We gotta think about these things, let them percolate for a while, and then we'll glue some more down some other time. Okay, well, again, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate it, and I hope you are having a great 2023 so far. Take care. Bye.